welcome to the FRL D2 East Pirkanmaa race round 2. I'm here with Tony and our first interviewer, Wolf.
Hello.
Hello.
So, Wolf, what are your expectations for the upcoming race?
For the upcoming race, I think maybe we can try to push a little bit more to the front. Because in level we did decent. We finished P5 P6, so I think a better result will suffice. Maybe battle for the win.
Do you think you guys have the strategy mastered for the race today?
I believe we have one. So yeah, let's see how it goes, and I hope that the strategy that I'm doing is will help us win the race.
We saw Hyperboss pretty fast in the D2 West race yesterday, had pole on qualifying and went down the order a little bit during the race. Do you think he will be a challenge this race, or will he do the same as last time?
Maybe due to his internet, maybe he fell down the order. But I think this race, I'm not sure if Hyperboss will be a challenge for the D2E race. So we'll see.
Do you believe that you can challenge for the win or maybe the podium?
I believe I can challenge for the win for the practice spreadsheet I finished in second. So yeah, I believe that I sense there's a podium incoming for this race.
Well, thank you for the interview, and I wish you good luck in qualifying in the
Thank you.
race.
Good luck, Wolf.
On to the practice results. The leader of D2 East, I believe, it's Leo Partner in 13 with a 15.737. But of course, we also have Hyper Boss, who's not on the practice sheets, but we saw yesterday in qualifying drive a 15.6, I believe. So
Yeah, as we saw yesterday, Hyperboss. He was really good in quali, but then he kind of died during the race. So we'll see if he can keep up his race pace.
Then next on the previous winners, and this is the Eastern Cup. So we'll look at the Asia Cup. It was Mianton who now drives in D1, but in Division 2 or in the Rookie Cup division we had. It says Cola, but it should be Alkfolk. He is here. He's currently fourth on the leaderboard, and he can maybe challenge for a possible podium or maybe even the win.
Yeah.
And we'll be right back as the qualifying enters.
Mic off. Mic on.
As qualifying is going to start, I just about made it.
Well,
10 seconds
that
before.
was a fast sandwich.
Yeah. Okay, so 10 seconds before the qualifying starts.
Oh, we just got the news that Hyperboss has left. Oh, it turned sunny. Hyperboss has left because he has an incident and he can't make it to the race. So unfortunately, Hyperboss will not be racing today.
Oh. Let's see. First people out of the pit box are EP8 and Black Serpent.
Yes. We'll see what they can do on these new soft tires at a dry track at Pirkanmaa. As we know, it's a short lap around Pirkanmaa. So it'll all depend on Sector 2 and Sector 1 pretty much. Sector 3 is a couple corners. But we'll see how they do.
As Brody James got confused because this is his first season in FRL, he thought you have to wait at the end of the pit lane every season, or every race, I mean. So he just lost a
Yeah.
little bit of time waiting for no man's land.
It's alright. We got 11 minutes.
Yeah, of course, with
No
the
worries.
increased qualifying times from 10 to 12 minutes for the rest of the season to make up for the longer tracks in FRL.
Okay, now let's see. As Black Serpent is about to start his lap, but he's got Apex right behind him. Will they go together? No. Okay, Apex breaks a little bit. So Black Serpent and Apex have a little bit of track time to work with. As Black Serpent starts his lap, coming up to turn 1, what can he do? Very nice Apex through there. Black Serpent through the final corner of Sector 1. It will be purple, of course, but let's see if Apex can take that. No, we can't. Everyone coming through now. All green sectors. Black Serpent has kept his purple.
Yeah, of course, Sector 1 being a very tactical section, you can lose and gain a lot of time, so Black Serpent might have just nailed it on the head there, as we do have some faster drivers who already made it through Sector 1. As he now goes purple Sector 2, can anyone take it away from him? As he enters turn 11, missed the Apex slightly.
Apex won't.
So as he enters
coming up to the final sector, the final corner.
Clean
Takes it nicely. A little bit wide on exit, but it was okay. What's it going to be?
Probably a 15.9-ish. 15.8.
A 15.8. Apex plus 110.
8 goes 2 tenths slower.
Leon, purple sector 2.
Patrick,
What
5
can he
tenths
do?
slower. Into 3rd.
Tornado warning 5th.
Wolf 3rd. Leo 5th.
Leo 5th.
Alf 4th. As we have the next few drivers going across the line. Tia, Monster,
Let's see where Leon can place it.
Tia 8-7.
Leon goes
Leon
to
7.
Pageant.
With the purple
A rather
sector 2.
disappointing 3rd sector.
And P5 for Brody James.
Yeah. As we can see, all the first times have come in. We're just waiting on a couple more drivers. And a 15.8. Will that be pole?
Not sure if that will be pole yet. I believe there's gonna be a few drivers who can go faster than that. So I think we have to look out for maybe Alf, Leo, or Wolf maybe, who can still improve on their time. And Chirpy Bird is the only one on a lap, I believe.
Let's go on board with him then.
Turn 3, turn 4 gets done nicely. Into turn 5, good braking point.
Yeah, very nice.
Might be a purple sector for him. It is not.
No.
It's green. Still fine.
Alright, now sector 2 is flat. Let's see how he takes it. Good. Nice Apex there. On the limit, of course. Through there, very nice. This is looking like a nice sector 2. Oh yeah.
Lifts, no, that's bad. 294.
Yeah. Okay.
Loses half a tenth there. And he
any corner
on
cut.
the inside.
On the inside. That is a weird corner cut.
And goes a little wide. Yeah, this not a great lap anymore. Might put him around P6, I believe.
He will complete it though.
That area. As
he corner cuts. Yep, doesn't even try to complete the lap.
Remu is the next one to finish his lap. He's also on the lap. That is green. Of course, also one of the few drivers who haven't set a lap yet.
Oh,
really wide, and that won't be a great exit for him.
Leo with the purple sector 1. Let's go on board with him. He is one of the drivers that I am expecting to challenge for pole at this track. So let's see how he navigates sector 2. It's looking really nice for him so far. Patrick with a purple sector 2. Also look out for him.
Purple sector 2 doesn't mean too much, however. It's
yeah, you're right.
Only a few tenths most of the, or a few hundreds most of the time.
Let's see where it puts Patrick. Going on board with him to the final corner, onto the straight.
Takes it. He has a green in sector 1
and
purple sector 2.
Wolf, Patrick up to 3rd.
now Leo will be the
Let's
next
see where
one.
Leo can place it.
Leo currently 7th on a 5-10 margin from the lead. Where will he go?
I'm saying with this lap, let's see where he can put it. Top 3 maybe.
Goes
First with a
P1.
15.7.
As Wolf now
Let's see
goes
where
to
Wolf
cross the
can place
line.
it.
Goes to 3rd.
Third. All right, so a 15.790. Now, is this pole, Carson, or do you think someone can still improve?
It's pretty solid lap time, but we still have 5 minutes left of qualifying, which can give people two more hot laps, I believe. Maybe even 3, so it's surely
3 if
not
they...
over yet.
Yeah. Let's see if anyone has a response to Leo's 15.7.
No one is on a...
Casemiro's on a lap.
Yes,
Let's see what he can do.
currently last to
Oh,
F at
he
time.
goes wide.
But
Yeah.
we still have AJ Fee and Chirpy and Muchan still need to set a lap.
Yeah, they looks like they just haven't found their perfect laps yet, so
Chirpy
they still need
again
to set a
on
lap.
Green sector 1. Let's see what he
Chirpy
can
seems to have some trouble around here in sector 2, as we saw him corner cut the last lap.
Yeah, that was the first corner of sector 3, I believe.
Yeah.
And he corner cuts it again.
The same place.
Yeah, and yeah, he just resets.
Wow, he needs to get a lap in. Time is slowly running out. As you see others on laps. Ooh, Leon. Yeah, Leon was really held up there. There was somebody in the middle of the track blocking his corner. So yeah, Casemiro, as he yells in chat.
As we're on board
Could we
with
see a penalty
Ramu
for that?
channel 123 going at the exit of sector 2. 2 times green for him. Ramu channel 123, one of the better drivers during season 4, entering his way, giving his way to the last turn now. It's a clean exit on his home track. Where will he go? Where does he go? Does he improve from 11?
Yeah, it is his home.
He goes
Improves
to
to
10
10
on this 1 second margin.
on a
And
16.7.
Brody James will now be the next one. P7 currently.
As we saw Casemiro park his car in the middle of the
Brody
track.
James parks it in the wall.
Oh! He lost control at the finals corner. That's unfortunate. The mechanics will have to work on his car now. We'll see if he can make it out. Tornado warning on a first red sector, green second sector. What can you put it? Where can you put it? That stays the same. Who else is on a lap? As you see, Black Serpent is also on the lap. He had a red second sector, but let's see what he can do now in the final sector. Through the last couple of turns. Very nice turn to there. Nice apex. All right, onto the main straight. Can this promote him up to first, or will it not be enough? He will stay the same. A very, very close margin between the top two, 0.091.
Monster now currently 9th, improving both his sectors. Goes a little wide there. And corner cuts the last corner.
Who else is on a lap? Casemiro's on a lap with a red first sector.
Yeah, that's about it, I believe. Well, let's go on board with Chirpy. He's corner cutting.
Again? Oh, wait, I think that's his out lap, right?
I don't think it's his out lap. He might have.
Wait, if Chirpy doesn't get a time here, there's only 2 minutes left. If he just corner cut it. Okay, good. I was about to say.
So he
Wouldn't have made sense.
has 1 or 2 more laps to try and get a time. Not sure if he can get another hot lap after this one.
Alright, let's see where Casemiro can place it. 2 red sectors. I'm thinking he'll stay the same. Leo has left the server.
Does not improve.
I want to point out, Leo, our provisional poll leader, has left the server for some reason.
Louds.
No, he's back. Brody James on the green first.
Remu
What can he do for
channel
the
1,
second?
2, 3. He is improving again. Oh no, wait, that's his old lap. Okay, let's just continue.
Brody James on 2 green
Brody
sectors.
James.
Let's go on board with Brody.
Tornado warnings also improving his sector 1. Brody James making
Through
his way
the
around
final.
sector last corner. Goes wide. I think that's a bad entry for him.
Yeah. Let's see where it puts him though.
As
He's
tries
currently
to
7.
He goes
Up
to
to
5th. Solid lap for him. Let's go tornado warnings. Also approaching the end
Well,
now.
everyone is on their final laps because we have run out of time on
And
qualifying.
yes.
Black Serpent with a green first and a red second.
Let's go, Chirpy.
Tornado warning stays in 12th. Where can Black Serpent put it? He's only a little margin away from
actually
pole.
stay on board with Chirpy. He has only one chance really on new tires.
That is true.
Sector 3 now. Who cleanly does turn 11. And now
Black
it's
Serpent
turn
doesn't improve.
12. That's a great line on the entry. Now the last turn. Does he? Yes, he nails it. He
That
will
was
go
great.
to the line. Where will he go? I think this is around the P5 lap. He goes to second!
P2!
That was a great
Wow.
last sector. I saw it and then he almost got it. Does not get to run another lap.
0.021. Monster on 2 green sectors. Where does he put it? Stays the same.
And now Tia,
Now,
currently 12th.
Apex with a purple sector 1.
Goes purple sector 1. Let's see
Let's
what
see.
Tia does before that. Does improve
Okay.
time but not position. AP8, I think one of the last
Maybe we
few
should stay on
on a
board with
lap.
Apex.
Let's see what he can do.
Through sector 2 now. Very
Can't
clean.
lose too much time. Doesn't make any mistakes, so that's all he needs to do around here.
Very
And
nice
now
through there.
up to sector 3, the first corner.
2 purple sectors.
And
Let's see what happens.
into the first
He nailed the
real
final
corner
sector.
of sector 3. Goes a little wide, goes around
goes a little wide.
700s.
It's okay, it's okay. If you can keep it clean through here.
Good entry.
He does. Can he
Good
nail it?
entry. Oh,
He nails it.
This is pole lap. This is pole
This
lap.
is pole. This is pole. This is pole.
15.5.
Pole position. Yep.
15.7. Only barely.
0.003.
Barely snatches it from Leo.
The first 4 are separated by not even 1/10 of a second. That's crazy.
This is definitely a robbery here.
Yeah. Unfortunately, Leo does not make it, but we'll see what happens. As everyone lines up
on the grid, most people are opting for the medium tires. Probably the best choice to make right now, as we only have Leon. And everyone is now on the medium tire. Everyone is. As the lights are on.
and
It's a go.
it's lights out and away we go. Apex first. Leaderboard searching itself out.
No one
through the first corner.
Start. As Tia goes really wide, Casemiro goes really wide in the back there.
Yeah.
Let's look at midfield. Wolf chasing the train. Who will CC here? Wolf hits the wall. And Tornado warnings, corner cut. Casemiro corner cuts. And Muchen also goes wide. Now all 3 of them belonging in the last group. Unfortunate for Wolf, but can he recover it during the sector 2 or the entry to sector 2 on this slipstream? Has to stay with Brody James because they're already trying to break away. Wolf corner cuts again on the inside there of turn 6 as Brody James goes a little wide. The gap is already existing. Brody James is the only one keeping the 2 groups together right now. 2/10 from Black Serpent and then another 1.3 seconds behind.
As you see, the first
11,
group,
everyone
has
it right.
Drops down.
I think Wolf and Monster NL are the last one closing in on the leading group.
A very laggy start, I must say so. But now going on to lap 2.
Now Chirpy takes it away as the leader of the first lap. Leo trying to dive down the inside, but Chirpy with a clean line gets a really good exit as AP8 is right on his gearbox. Entering turn 3. Turn 4. Everyone misses these CCs, gets it right. He saw someone go really wide there. I believe it was tornado warnings. Yes, it is. He went from 10th to 14th. Now Elf, unfortunately, well, unfortunate for him, he's 15th now. He was on the podium in the Rookie Cup last season, so don't know what happened to him on the start. As Remu now has the fastest Sector 1. Making their way through Sector 2 with the leading group existing out of 5 people and then 2 people chasing behind, which are Patrick and Wolf, as Monster and
Now,
has
Carson,
fallen back to
as we
that
go on,
third group.
as we go on through this race, what will the strategy be? Will it be the same? 2 stops?
I think we will see the 2-stop from medium to soft, and some outliers might try to go to medium soft. So I think there won't be a lot of variation, but it is what
Or
it
we
is.
could see some brave 3-stoppers.
Don't think that's the best strategy, as it loses you a lot of time that you need to make up somewhere, which is quite a well, a
Hassle.
suicidal strategy. As we
Yeah.
saw some drivers, 2 drivers do that yesterday. As Leopard now
Leo
sits
with the
the
purple first sector.
purple Sector 1.
Obviously from the slip.
Well, you don't really have slip for Sector 1, but just a good Sector 1. Entering Sector 2, we need everyone to stay on track. I think Black Serpent either lost some time or just made a little mistake, but that does give Patrick and Wolf the opportunity to catch back up. And I don't know if they can use it, but it is one of their only chances, because currently it doesn't look like they are able to do it on their own.
Monster and Ace in a little bit of no man's land.
As we enter,
as we see the main group,
last turn into the last corner, Leo will
everyone takes it nicely. Oh, fastest laps after fastest laps. You see them go through Sector 1 now. How will they take this corner? This is a very tricky corner. If you corner cut, you'll lose a lot of time, but none of them do. Patrick and Wolf have dropped back.
Now Patrick and Wolf get the slipstream. They're only 5/10 behind Brody James.
Yes.
Wait. What happened to Black Serpent? He's out of the race.
Oh!
When did this happen?
Oh!
Black Serpent is our first DNF. And... what?
How did that happen?
When did that happen? Well, it's unfortunate because he was in the top 5.
Yeah, he was battling for the lead with everyone else. So, unfortunately, I am getting word now. It was an MGUK failure. They had to retire the car. So that's very unfortunate for him. As we now see the top pack, Brody with a very interesting line through there. It does pay off, though, as he gets to first. Now, Carson, I'm expecting the first stoppers to come around lap 12, but could we see somebody try and go for the undercut on lap 11?
I don't think so. Well, we might see some people do it, but it won't benefit you a lot, as Leo made a slight mistake. He missed the corner a little bit, but it doesn't gain you too much at this track, as the pit lane is really short, and with the new improved pit lane top speed, there isn't a big chance that it will benefit you, but we might see some people try to do it.
Yeah.
Leo goes really
wide through there.
Now slowly behind Wolf. I don't know what happened to Patrick, but he definitely made some sort of mistake, because he's now 3 seconds away from, or even 4 seconds away from Wolf, who he was just right with. And now fighting for P6 while Monster and Leon are chasing him.
There are drivers making up positions throughout this race, as one of them is, I'd like to point out Monster. He started from 11th and now he's 7th. He's made up a couple positions, and on this, he seems to be going well. He likes this track.
He had a good start. For a brief moment in the first lap, he was up into P5. as
Yeah.
our host JTSF1 disconnects from the beach, and we'll have no director now. As Brody James and Leopard are trying to find their way back. Of course, Leopard knows that if he makes one mistake, he might lose his focus and only make more mistakes. So he has to catch up and keep consistent if he wants to get a chance.
Yeah. As we see, going back to the back, it's not a great time for Casemiro. He's not having the best time around this track.
Wolf with a really good send into the front. He got from
Oh yeah,
sixth, I
up
believe.
to first.
Yeah, he was sixth at one point, and he just gained right up, mostly through sector 2, I believe, and slotted his way perfectly into first now.
Unfortunately, Leo seems to be dropping back a bit, but he has to keep the slip in order to stay with them. Because if he doesn't, it might be over for him.
Oh, Chirpy corner cut it
Oh,
in the last
major
turn. Now
correction.
will lose his third position and will be last of the leading group, as the leading
Yeah.
group is splitting up a little bit.
Where would you say is
AP8
the
and
worst corner cut on this track?
the worst corner cut on this track. I think if you go wide at the exit of turn 9 or on the entry of or on the exit of turn 3. As Brody James also corner cut it there in turn 3.
Yeah. Monster, a major corner cut, unfortunately. He was briefly in 7th, but now he drops back down to 8th.
AP8 and Wolf
Leo has made
getting
his way
away
back.
from the group behind him. Leo has 1.2 seconds to catch up in the front.
Yeah. But he
Is
did a
he
good
able
job
to
coming
do it?
back.
Because he's slightly alone with 7 tenths behind him. It's only Chirpy, and then another 5 tenths behind that. It's Bro James. So they are really, yeah, they're still in one group, but they're not together.
Yeah. As we approach lap 8 of this Grand Prix in Finland. Let's see. Leo has caught up a bit. He is, I
Yes.
think, within slip.
And like
Correct me if I'm wrong.
Ben said, Patrick Heath magically found his way back to the leading group now. He's
Yeah.
chasing down Brody,
Very good
James,
job by
and
him.
Chirpy. Of course, those mistakes helped him get back in front. So
Tornado with the
1
major
second
corner
now
cut.
he has to gain 1 more second to solidify his position next to them.
Yeah. Wolf and Apex
Trying,
battling at this front.
Wolf trying to
Trying to
weave
break the slipstream.
to not let people get their slipstream. Leo not even moving at all on the straight and just goes straight on.
I think it might be smarter to just stay on your line and not weave.
It's better to follow the person who weaves, because the person who weaves in front loses more time.
Oh, Wolf!
Exactly,
A
there he
major,
goes. The
went way too wide there.
turn 9 exit corner cut he got. Will lose him
Yeah.
1.5 seconds. So it's definitely not great for him.
Yeah, it demotes him down to 3rd. Apex leading this Grand Prix with Leo right there. Leo has done a great job to get back up to this fighting group. He is on our drive, and honestly, he might be challenging Apex right now as we go on to lap 9 of this Grand Prix. Wolf, he did corner cut, but he is trying to come back. Patrick and Chirpy fighting behind them, and Brody James following. As then we see the rest of the groups coming. Going back to the front, Leo is right there, battling with Apex. Let's see what he can do down to Sector 2. Leo with the slip.
They're really spread out. It can't really make one group out of the two. You do quickly notice that the leading group has separated themselves, so the top 3 has separated themselves from P4. As
Yeah,
Casemiro,
you could say
went
there are two
straight on
groups.
into the gravel trap, and he had a steering
Oh,
malfunctioning, and his throttle was stuck. And he is our second
that's
person
unfortunate.
to be out of this race today. So that only leaves one person without points. So that will be me, Tia, currently. As we enter lap 10 of the race.
Apex with a 1.1 second lead on Leo. Leo goes really wide into there. Oh, that's going to lose into position to Wolf. Wolf back up into second. Very unfortunate for Leo. As we are on lap 10, we are approaching the first pit window on lap 12. And we'll see if anyone tries something special or if they just go all into the pits.
And APA has quite a margin, but he did go slightly wide, so that gap will be reduced to 6/10. A lot of lead switches today, which clearly shows that the consistency isn't there, as Wolf corner cuts on the inside of the second to last turn,
Oh,
and Leo
and
corner
Leo.
cuts
Leo
the
also
last
corner
turn,
cuts.
and Chirpy
Oh,
also made a mistake, I believe. So now the group spreads out even more, as AP8 has a
yeah.
1.5 second margin towards Wolf. He only needs to improve it slightly to get Wolf out of the slipstream range. I think we will see him weaving if he can't, to keep that gap as big as he can through sector 2. 1.3 seconds now. Wolf is gaining with slipstream. AP8 has to drive a perfect line, and Wolf is closing up that gap immediately. 1.1 seconds now. AP8 keeps it straight
Yeah.
on the right side of the track. 1.1 seconds, 1 second flat. Will Wolf gain even more throughout sector 2? He got that extra boost of slipstream down into turn 8 and turn 6. 9/10 removed now. Entering turn 9. Does he make the corner? Goes wide.
Oh,
I
he
believe
goes
that will
super
corner
wide.
cut. That's what I thought that could have happened. And now AP8 has released himself from the two behind.
This is in the bag now for APA. He just has to keep it clean now.
As we are
And
approaching the pit window, we might see some people try
yeah,
to go for an undercut here. Let's see
we
what
will see if
happens.
anyone goes. Wolf goes into
Wolf
the
goes
pits.
in.
The only one of the
Yeah,
top
he
five.
will be the only one to go for the undercut this early. I think we must see more
And
people going into the pit next lap, as the Brody
yeah,
James
onto the
and Leon
soft.
are passing the pit lane. Elf, Remu, Monster and L dives into the pit lane as second person. And I think we will see both drivers switching to the soft tires here. Let's
Yeah.
see. Wolf did, and Monster NL, where will he choose to go to? A little bit
Now, do
early
you
on the
think
brakes, but he goes for the mediums again. Medium, medium, soft is his
the
strategy.
mediums? That's interesting.
And tornado
Now,
warnings
do you think Wolf?
also pitting.
Do you think Wolf will get track position on the top three?
I don't think so.
Leo has dropped back. He's made a couple mistakes, I think, as he's now battling with Chirpy.
Yeah, Leo has made a few mistakes, which major mistakes. We seen most mistakes happen this race in the last and second to last turn, as they're quite
Yeah.
tricky to get right each and every round on those degrading tires.
Yeah, I'm
And turn
expecting APA
11,
to go
like
into
we
the
saw now,
pits.
both Chirpy and Leo go slightly wide, just barely, and that you will see that a lot happening as Patrick hits the wall and enters pit. Chirpy also diving into the pit lane.
APA stays out. Now, is this a mistake?
Brody James entering
Leo
pit
also
lane.
stays
Leon
out.
also entering pit lane. Do we see the three behind him? Wolf continues. Elf dives in. Remu Channel 1, 2, 3 hits the pit lane wall. Goes in. Muchan goes in as well. Patrick going to the hard compound of tires. He probably wants to finish the race. Monster now
What?
skips the pit lane as he has pitted. Tia now entering pit lane. And the last person to pass will be Tornado Warnings, who pitted last lap. So current leader, professional leader would be Wolf, I believe. He might take it, might not, but he's 16 seconds away from AP8. It all depends on how AP8 manages to do his pit stop and if he gets it nailed on. As Leo, AP8 are are the only ones that haven't stopped so far into the race. Oh yeah, Wolf is gaining massive amounts of time through Sector 2. Gained 8 tenths through Sector 2, 15 seconds now from AP8 as AP8 enters the pit lane. Let's see.
Yeah, AP8 enters the pit. Let's see if he can nail his stop.
Let's go to turn 1. They're entering the pit lane. He is
He
stopping
nails his
on
turn.
the end.
Wolf already down. Yeah, Wolf will get track position on these
As
two.
both are side by side now, as he exits pit lane, he will be in front. And AP8 will slot in next to Patrick Heat and Leo next to Chirpy.
Looks like that undercut worked out for Wolf.
Yeah, as I saw, he gained a lot of time through Sector 2. 8 tenths in just 3 corners. So that might be where he got the advantage from the soft tires. Wolf purple Sector 1. Wolf now on a 1.5 second margin for AP8. AP8 still has to get used to these new tires, so it might be difficult. As Leo, what happened to Leo? Leo is frozen on track in turn 3. This is unfortunate for him, as he's just completely frozen, I believe. Yeah, he's frozen, not stopped. I don't know if we will see him disconnect from the race or if he can return in the race. As Wolf finished his lap. I don't think he improved his fastest lap. He did get a decent lap, but did not gain enough time to improve. As Wolf now passes Leo. But I think he might still be able to come back. Chirpy now. Chirpy, who he was following. So, Brody, James, Leon. Hope he can come back. Let's keep up with the leading battle now. Patrick Heat and AP8. 1.3 seconds away from Wolf, trying to catch up. As we will keep an eye on Leo in turn 3. Patrick Heat goes wide in turn 9, so does not lose too much as he barely misses the corner cut through turn 9. Turn 11, as they try to chase down Wolf once again. As Patrick Heat has to make the most of the tires from the time he has, as he is the only one that dares to go to the hard tire this race. He might be more consistent, so the faster strat was clearly the 2-stop, but if you're not consistent on those tires, there's nothing much you can do. As Wolf corner cut it, and now AP8 and Patrick are right on his tail. AP8 really close and Patrick a little farther. Who can overtake him through Sector 2? AP8 2 tenths away from Wolf. Entering turn 11. He makes it cleanly. Through the last turn, Wolf gets the worst exit. Might AP8 be able to overtake him into turn 1? Only 100th removed. But he corner cuts on the inside of turn 1. So that will give Patrick Heat more time to make use of his hard tires and stay in that leading group, as another lap passes and another lap where Leo is frozen mid-track. Elfcochheimer, one of the people on a good comeback, as he was last 15th at one point in the race, now up to 8th position. AP8 now back in front of Patrick as we enter turn 1. Again, Wolf has the 8-10 margin towards AP8. Entering turn 3 where Leo will still be... No! Leo is out. Leo is out. Yeah, it took him 3 laps, but he is now officially out of the race, which will give every finisher points. AP8 now 4 tenths removed from Wolf entering turn 5. Patrick Heath trying to keep up, but those hard tires will lose so much time currently. But where Patrick has to gain his time is through the second pits for the 2 stoppers, which will be around lap 22, 23, 24 is when we will see them go into the pit lane, I believe. Elfcheimer now 7th and on a 5-second margin to Leon behind Brody James, the 5th driver. He was at the leading group once, but now a solid 9 seconds behind Chirpy. So the leading group has set away the rest. So it's now a 4-man fight for the lead. Chirpy on slightly a bigger gap, but Patrick seems to have gained a little bit of time during the last round. I think because Wolf made a mistake and lost the lead.
Hello, Carson.
As we have Yoto in the booth now with us. Yoto, are you in the lobby yet? Because currently, Wolf has made another mistake, and now Patrick is right on his tail.
I can see the current battle for P2. As we have Oxfray and Patrick Eade fighting for P2, now entering the first corner of the second sector. Let's see how they will do. And meanwhile, on other places of the field, they're all separated a bit out of the slip area. We had Remu fighting Elfheimer, but he bottled it as usual. Now we join into Sector 3 with Patrick versus Oxfray. Maybe they can even cage back Apex. We will see.
As Leo joined back the server, he did disconnect. I think he had a Wi-Fi issue on his end. He was having a decent race. He was fighting for the win as well, as he could gain some good points as he had a fine result last race. Well, Patrick goes a little wide, exit of turn 1, which will give Wolf the chance to go under him. Into turn 3 he goes. Patrick with the better entry, so he retakes that position as Muchan is the first to enter the pit. He's on the soft tire. Will he go for the mediums this early on, or will he go for the softs again?
At the same time, just like in P2 and P3, have a fight for P11. They're fighting.
I am back.
Hello, Tony.
How is this race going?
Currently, AP8 is leading. Leo has disconnected, so...
Oh, that's a shame.
He is complaining about the... He was complaining about the Asian servers, of course. Because it's the Eastern Cup, we have taken the initiative to change the server region to the Singaporean server, so the Asian drivers who compete actually get better connection. which when you're an European or maybe an American driver, it's more difficult to compete in this championship. As
Yeah, of
Wolf
course, that makes
enters
sense.
the
Wolf
pit.
enters the pits, changing onto a new set of softs, I presume.
Ooh, he could maybe get the undercut on
yes.
undercut on AP8
Yep.
and Patrick Eade with that.
Yeah, but the
As
problem
Patrick
with
Eade.
Wolf is he is really inconsistent. He has pace, but the inconsistency is noticeable. Of course, we saw him before the race. I asked him, does he think he can fight for the podium? Which he definitely said he'll try his best and thinks he can do it. But the only part that's missing for him is the consistency here.
Remu also pits, now on fresh softs, going probably till the end of the race. We will see if he can finish maybe even P8, P7, maybe even P6 if he gets lucky. We will see.
He is now in P6 battling with Leon, and you start to think if he gains time, because he has new tires now, he will probably undercut the people in front of him. If they stay out, which I don't think they will. I'm expecting AP8 to come into the pits this lap, and we'll see about Patrick. Yep, both of them into the pits. Patrick hits the wall.
Elliot Boakia, currently the only person in the grandstands at turn 11, is cheering on his favorite driver, Patrick Eade here. So, Patrick Eade completely misses his pit box and loses at least 2 or 3 seconds with that, as I didn't expect Patrick to pit again from those hard tires. So he's the only driver to go to that tire. Where will he be now?
Did he just use a hard tire for 8 laps?
I believe he did.
Wow. Okay. We'll see how it pays out for him.
Monster Renell also in the pit lane, goes from the medium and chooses to go to the soft tire. Yes, that will be his last pit stop for this race. Currently will go out of the pits as 10th and has 2 drivers close in front of him, Remu and Mucha. And Alfco Chimer still has to pit, so he will probably slot in around P7 again, but just barely in front of Remu.
Brody James leads. He hasn't made his second stop.
Oh, he goes wide
He goes
turn
super
9
wide.
and corner cuts. That will definitely lose him a second or maybe 2, as Wolf is on from 3 seconds to 0.5. He has gained 2.5 seconds because of that mistake. As Brody James has to go into the pit now.
Yeah, I'm thinking the main battle will be between Wolf and AP8, but Wolf has older tires, way older tires. 2 or 3 laps, if I'm correct. Leon into the pits. Alpha also into the pits. Yeah.
Okay, so Brody James still deciding to continue for some reason on these tires. Don't know what his plan is, as he corner cuts again. He's
having a rough
he had
time
a
with
lead
it.
of 3 seconds, which is just diminished into from 3 seconds ahead to 3 seconds behind, as Patrick Eade has a purple sector 1 and is rapidly catching up to AP8 and Wolf. And I think Patrick's challenge for the win is not over yet. 2 seconds. It went from 3 seconds.
If Patrick gets a win using hard tires, that would be very, very interesting and weird at the same time.
I think it's mostly because of the amount of mistakes we've seen in the race.
Yeah, nobody can keep it on track.
I think, yeah, the consistency for all these drivers wasn't quite there, so we will have to see how that ends up for him. Patrick now on 1.8 seconds.
Brody into the pits. It's time. It was about time. 16.0. That's nice. He is on the newest softs of everybody, I believe, right?
Might be, but doesn't change too much, as when you're in the slipstream of one another, 1 lap difference of tires doesn't change if you can or can't keep up unless you make a mistake.
Because 3 drivers DNF, there are only 12 finishing positions, so everyone in this race will get points. Wolf and AP8 battling it out through Sector 2 and throughout the whole lap. Wolf on the older tires, but he is
Mic
keeping
on.
up with APA. APA isn't pulling away in any way matter anyway. So we'll see how that continues. Patrick is looking sharp right behind them. Let's see what he can do. Obviously on his off-brand strategy, if he can get into this fight, it would be very interesting to have a three-way fight for the win. Monster with a massive off. Lost about 10 seconds there. Gets back onto track. He was going well up until then.
Okay, Patrick still on 1.7. Hasn't gained much since the last lap. So
yeah,
he really needs to try to get in that slipstream range. He's only 2/10 away from it. So he needs to nail one of these sections or wait for AP8 or Wolf to make a little mistake so he can catch up. 1.6 now.
Oh, whoa! Oh, Wolf, way too wide.
And there is the mistake he was waiting for.
Yeah, but this unleashes AP8. Patrick is coming in from behind, but can he catch up to AP8 in time for the Grand Prix to end? I was on board with Wolf for that one. That was very, very wide. Just tried to accelerate through it and failed. Yeah, Tornado has to move as he is being lapped. Patrick only 1.7 behind.
Yeah, 1.7.
He hasn't really gained.
It isn't changing much because, well, he had
1.5.
He had Wolf to catch up,
this
but
is a good
Wolf
corner.
just fell right behind him.
Oh, and APA goes a little bit wide. Does he have slip? No, I don't think he does.
He does.
Right?
1.4.
He does. Oh, this could propel him right up there into APA.
But it's not much as you're really far behind at 1.4.
Yeah. I think he just has to keep it right. He is gaining now, though, with the
turn
slip.
6. Through the turns is where you benefit the most from all that extra speed you got on the
Yeah,
straight
1.1. He will get the down
but
to...
can
Yeah,
he
he's
keep
within 1
that?
second.
Yeah, he keeps that speed through turn 9 and through turn 10. Now into
Yeah, the
turn
fight is
11,
on.
that next braking zone, the first braking
yeah.
zone since turn 5, he gained
Yeah.
around 6/10 from that slipstream.
Oh yeah, the fight is on. Patrick is here. He has arrived, and with some intention.
Goes
APA better
on
watch out, as we will now see a slipstream into sector 2 through the first corner. Oh, APA goes a little bit wide there. Oh yeah, and he goes wide off the exit. That's gonna lose him some time.
And Chirpy is pitting.
Chirpy into the pits. Not sure what he wants to do. He's probably going for fastest lap, as because he has a lot of time behind him.
Chirpy, what will he do? Will Leon pass him? Yes, they do, but he has 3 laps on fresh soft tires to catch back up. I think he realized that P3 is out of reach for him, so he will try to get that fastest lap. If he's smart, he'll stay behind for a little bit until the next lap, so he can get slipstream in his flying lap for that 1 extra point for the fastest lap.
Yeah, as Patrick lost a little bit of time with oh, Patrick goes super wide there. That's not going to help the situation at all.
1.4.
We saw him make a mistake before entering sector 2, and then now it's just gotten a little bit away from him. Let's see if he can. Oh, APA goes super wide there. That's not going to help him either.
Patrick as well, so.
Yeah, it evens out. Down to 1.5. At one point it was 0.7, but never closer than that.
But we will see, well, because maybe Patrick can also bring Oxbury back into the fight.
Yeah, with 3 laps left, Patrick just has to keep it clean, and AP8 cannot afford any mistakes.
I think Wolf does not have the pace to keep up this late in the race. You see that he is at like Patrick was a few laps ago. He's on a constant 2.6 seconds, 2.5 seconds the entire time. He isn't gaining on AP8, but he's not losing time. And of course, Patrick gets the slipstream in front, but also gives it to Wolf. So again balances out how much Wolf can gain. So it depends on how they get the corner. Wolf gets it done neatly. So let's see, turn 8, gaining a little
Patrick
bit.
not benefiting from the
Wolf has
slip
to lift.
whatsoever. He
Wolf
brings
will
it down
lift
a
it
little
through
bit.
turn 9, so it does not gain
And
too
Chirpy
much.
now with the green sector getting the slip of Brody James now. Maybe going for the
Oh,
fastest lap.
APA goes super wide there again. He's made the
Oh.
same mistake, but loses time at the same time because Patrick also went a little
Yeah,
bit wide there.
that's what I said earlier on. On worn tires, it's really hard to keep your car on track there.
Chirpy
Now,
with a green
going on
sector.
to lap 30, Carson, do you think there's a chance for Patrick here?
Well, there still is. There's 2 laps to do it, but he has to act quickly. As we are on board with Chirpy, who has the chance to improve the fastest lap, now trying to pass Brody James. As up ahead is tornado warnings. Will he
No
get
purple
the
sector
new
as well.
fastest lap though? He does.
Yes, he will.
15.916. That was what he was aiming for. Now
APA goes really wide. The battle's on. Patrick has caught him. AP super wide through there. A massive mistake from him. Now Patrick will have the slip down to sector 2, but let's see how he navigates sector 2. Very nicely from Patrick. He's on AP8's rear end. Oh, okay. No, never mind. Patrick doesn't go wide there. 0.5.
5 tenths.
Oh, yeah.
Gets it well.
He's gained so
4
much.
tenths probably by now. Yes, it is.
3 down to 0.3. Going into sector 3. Can he pass him through here?
Gets a
No, he
good
can't, but
braking
we'll get-
zone, but we'll keep it on track. So 1.5 tenths behind now. As we enter
Braking
the
down to
second
the final
last
corners.
corner. Into the final corner. Oh, I think Patrick
He's
took
right
it a
there.
little bit wide. Did miss the apex on the entry of the final turn.
As we enter the final lap of this race, Patrick has one last lap to try and pass AP8 for this win. I believe it would be Patrick's first win. Let's see. Down to this corner. Oh, Patrick nails it. Down to the final corner of sector 1. Patrick takes it really nicely. They will be in each other for the sector 2. Let's see. As he doesn't opt for the slipstream, he wants to keep it straight, which is, I don't know.
Might benefit him entering the turn. Let's stay on board with him. He misses the apex a little bit.
Doesn't really matter.
Does lose him a little bit of time, but not too much. He needs to keep the range here, as there's not a lot of corners left. Entering
really
turn
nicely.
8, turn 9 now, 3 corners to go.
Yeah, this is his final chance. Do the final. Oh,
turn 11.
Super late.
Sends it deep, but APA gets
This
a
will be
really
down
good
to the
apex.
This will be
As
down to the
we
final
enter
corner.
the second to last turn, who gets the better entry? Who gets the better exit? Who will take the win here? Pirkanmaa. Who gets the better exit? They're side by side. It's whatever. I think it's AP8. I think it's AP8.
It's
AP8 wins by less than a tenth.
Oh, that was super close.
Great race from that. As Leon takes a trip to the gravel trap.
For a second there, we thought, okay, that's Chirpy crossed the line before, but for a second there, we thought Patrick was going to get the better exit and was going to pass APA on the line. But APA kept it. Wow.
As we have Leon finishing 6th, Elf in 7th. Great recovery from 15 for him. Remu channel 1 to 3 for his home race gets P8.
Muchan in 9th.
Muchan 9th, yeah. Monster NL 10th.
Monster 10th. It's me, Tia. As Tornado did retire.
No, he didn't. He finished the lap early.
Okay, yeah. Makes sense.
So Tia gets to finish 11th and will close out the field with Tornado in 12th.
Very nice race, if I do say so myself. Great battle for the win.
Great result for these drivers. AP8 held it on just barely from Patrick with quite an interesting strategy.
Yeah, you see that white compound there, and you think to yourself, how is he in P2?
Yeah. More people went for 2 sets of mediums than I expected. As Chirpy, of course, he went for the free stop for that fastest lap because he had nothing to lose. So
yeah,
a great decision by him, gaining him 1 extra point.
A great race, if I do say so myself.
that was Pirkanmaa for this season. We will see you in, I believe, 3 weeks only at Constantina Short, the new
3 weeks.
Constantina Short, beginning with Division 1.
Yeah. Well, that's been us. We'll see you in 3 weeks.